And I have the stencil here, Stampers Anonymous by Tim Holtz, and this is a botanical. I'm thinking this might be, let's see what this looks like. We've got polka dots and we've got flowers, so this might work. I kind of looked at it yesterday. I'm gonna have to look at the words. Do what you love, collect beautiful moments. I think for stamping, this is gonna be really, really nice. I'm not sure I want that stencil. I did pull out my Stampers Anonymous. I did pull out my Stamperia stencil yesterday and was trying to kind of get my papers together. I want to do something completely different with this journal. It is going to have 2 signatures and it's got all this ephemera. I'm not real sure how I'm going to put this together. Once I get my signatures together, I'm not real sure. I don't want it to be like a standard, open up the cover, there's your book, there's the back cover, done. No, I want something different. So I have absolutely no idea where this is going to go, but let me show you what I did yesterday in between videos. I took out that Stamperia, hopefully you can see that, and my texture paste, because I want to use some texture in this book. And look at, isn't that just beautiful? So now my brain is racing. Okay, well, what are you going to do with this, though? Do you want to put wax on that? What are you going to do? I don't know. I don't know. But I've got these 3. I still have to distress them. I do want them distressed. And then I grabbed some pages and put them together for one signature. And then I went ahead. Isn't this just the coolest thing? Look at this. And with that Stamperia stencil, this is what I created. These 3 pages will go in one signature, and then there are 3 pages that will go in the second signature. And I can hear somebody in the background saying, what's the name of that stencil? This is the stencil. I couldn't even tell you where I got the stencil. Stamperia Mixed Media Art Media Stencil, 20 centimeters by 25 centimeters. Stamperia.com, but it does not have, that I can see, a name of the stencil. This is, I mean, you would think that it would say something, flowers, florals, but I don't think the stencil itself has a name. So if you're in love with this stencil, go on Stamperia.com, and I think was there a number? I don't know if this would be the number or if this is the price. KST as in Tom, D as in David, 072. So, yeah. I don't know, but this is what I used. This was in the recyclable bin. I know some of you are going, don't recycle that, use it, use it. No, if you could see everything that I have sitting out here, you'd be like, Charlotte, you need to recycle a whole lot more than that. And you would be so right. Okay, so I think what I want to do is get these in this signature. And from there, I'm not real sure where we're going. So let's see. I have this gorgeous piece of paper here because of this lavender, these sweet peas. My mother, I grew up in Sacramento, and my mother, the whole entire side of the house, she would put string lattice and sweet peas every spring, and the whole back of the house was sweet peas, and it was just, the scent of a sweet pea is absolutely incredible. So anyway, we've got that, and we've got some red. Jar from Medieval Mirage is doing her thing, and now that I see this, I do not like all this orange with that, so I think the thing to do possibly is insert one of these right in here, because I think that looks much better. Way better. So let's just see, we'll put these in there, and then maybe I'll just go ahead and we'll do the other 3 pieces for the other signature. And I think I've got some piano paper, so I'm thinking I'm gonna put some piano paper in here. Here is a vintage dictionary page, and it's got plants. So I thought that fit in there really well. So this is on that side. Let's put this in here. And I'm kind of debating doily or no doily. I'm not sure. I wanted this to be the centerpiece. So, and this flap, we can always add something onto this flap. So I liked the idea of this flap, but I wonder how this would look. And I like that. It looks like it just belongs. So I am going to say for now, it's going to be pretty chunky. Look at that. And I am not, guys, going to be cutting this paper down. I'm going to leave it like that, because things don't have to be perfect. I don't want things to be perfect, because I'm so far from perfect that we're not worrying about any perfection. Then the second, we've got the second signature is, here's my 3 pages. I was kind of looking at this. I don't think so. It's a botanical, but I don't think so. But look at this. This is out of that same book, and it is so beautiful. Look at that Christmas cactus. Just, yeah, needs no explanation. So what I have to do really is kind of put this I love. So I know I want the lavender to be the first page, and then I think we'll go with a red. This I'm making the center. What's not to love about that? Like I said, Jarf, you're incredible. So we will go from red and yellow to maybe this blue, or maybe something a little more busy. Let's do that. I know some of you are thinking, how is your brain working? I think we're gonna do this. I think I like that. We're gonna go from, ooh, I'm excited, to, oh yeah, baby, I am really excited now. Look at that. To just calming us down just the littlest bit. And then we want to get excited again. So let's do this. We'll go to purple, gorgeous irises. And then we will go to blue, and then we will put this center section in, and we will see where to fit in this piece here. And do I want this piece to, I was kind of thinking I could put this piece this way, fold this up, fold this in. I could easily attach this to something. That's why this has not been folded, because I thought this was so beautiful. We could take, I think I'm going to keep it out because I think that's what I want to do. I don't want to cut this off. And I think I just want this to fold down. I don't think that's going to work very well if I keep this. If this folds in, we're going to have to cut this. So, all right, we're going to keep thinking about this piece because I am nowhere ready to commit to a wishy-washy. But I'm thinking, I've got these 3 pieces and I've got you to keep me company. I am so grateful. Let's grab a palette knife. Let's grab some texture paste, and for sure we need a baby wipe. And I'm kind of liking the idea of these polka dots. So I really am kind of thinking not too sure how I'm going to apply polka dots to anything, so maybe. All right, let's just use this stencil. You know what happens if you don't like what you've got? You wipe it off. That's what I do. I wipe it off. And I say, no, not quite what I was looking for. Let me grab my French paper book, and sometimes we mess up. I really love the look of this white texture paste against this coffeed paper. Let me take a sip of soda. I need a little boost. And let's see. Now I could, if I wanted to, use some washi tape and put this down, but I'm going to be a daredevil. I'm not going to use washi tape. I am just going to go ahead, smash that on there. No fear, my dear. We had Chinese food last night. It was so good. It was just so done with turkey. I've already made and eaten turkey soup. I'm like, I'm done. No more, please. Well, should we just get a couple little... Let's see what this looks like. Just a couple. Just random. That's about as random as you can get. So let's peel. See what we've got. Ha! Yes, yes. So cool. I think I'm going to keep it. I'll take a little bit of that off. A little bit of that. And say that's pretty neat. So that's a keeper. And obviously now I have to do the part I don't like. Just cleaning the stencil. Now Tim Holtz always has water, a container of water by him when he is using stencils. And he says just because the texture paste is water-based, for those of you that don't know or maybe don't watch Tim Holtz, just slip it in a container of water and clean up later. Well, for me, I don't have water in this room, and I'd have to go get some. First, I'd have to find a container. Then I'd have to go get some, and that looks pretty clean to me, that stencil. So I'm going to call this clean, and we're going to go with Stamperia because I think one of those on one page is really all we need. I think any more is too much unless we just wanted to use some polka dots. So maybe this time we will go inside. Yes, maybe on this page and on this page. How about that? So not a lot. We don't need a lot. This journal just screams to me floral and not abstracts at all. So we're sticking with the florals. And I think I'm going to grab this guy right here. This little guy here. If I get a little bit of him, it's okay. I'm going for this guy here. Already the stencil is messed up right there, but is what it is, and I'm going to play with it. I am pretty hard on my stencils. I have had to replace stencils before. So let's see if I can get this. You don't need a lot of texture paste. You just need enough to make a ridge, but you don't need a lot. And because I'm having to hold the stencil down, I'm one-handed. And then when we get down here to the grasses, we really can do as much grass as we want. We will be good. But I'm thinking I might want this little guy. Just a little bit of him. He's right on the edge. So I think that's good. And let's do the reveal. See if I've messed up. And that is beautiful. And I don't need that. I don't know what that is. We don't need it. But the rest, looky there. Yeah, that looks really pretty. So once again, you know the drill. We got to do the cleanup. And I'm looking at this going, I don't even know what I used. Okay, we were in here. I have to admit, you would be surprised how many times I used a stencil and didn't clean up and just put it to the side. Big mistake, guys. Really big mistake. Because once this dries, you can't soak it and have it come up. It doesn't work that way. And I've scrubbed stencils before. Big no-no. Big no-no. So we look good on that side. And we look pretty good here. Just kind of want to make sure. So I think we're good. All right, so now we need another on the other side. So because I'm left-handed, I probably should have done this one first. And because, well, I could do this, it would be all right. I am thinking, love this. So I wonder, I may have used this on the other one, but I don't think it's going to matter. Or I could, well, I've got that right there. Yeah, I'm going to see. Wonder if we can get that butterfly. Sorry about the noise. If you hear paper in the background, that's Maggie. doing her thing. She comes in and she'll eat any plastic that she can. Maggie. Yeah, you know what you're doing, girl. I know what you're doing. Okay, she'll do that for my attention. Anything to get my attention. Okay. So far, I think we're looking pretty good. I think I will have to take maybe a little bit off. You don't want to scrape because then you take off the, I was scraping. I did exactly what you don't want to do. It's not like you're spreading butter. Okay. What do we have? That looks pretty good. My butterfly's a little messed up, but he's going to be okay. Hopefully he can still take flight. And I could come in and fix him when everything is dry. You see, I kind of gouged him right there. But I could fix that. I'll wait for it to dry, put the stencil back on top, and we can fix that. I never said I was an expert. So this is the real deal that you're seeing. This is me messing up. And you know, to be honest with you, I don't mind messing up. I really don't. Sometimes it's a challenge to fix what you've messed up. And that's kind of fun. You mess up, you fix it. And hopefully nobody will ever know that you messed up. That's the idea. And I will admit this, sometimes I've messed up and I've gone back and fixed it, and what I fixed ended up being a lot better than what I had in mind in the first place. So there's that too. Okay, so we did one on this side. We did one. Let's do one this way. And I think I want to do, I'm just checking the time. We've already been on 30 minutes. Unbelievable. I think I am going to do this great big flower. And I think I did do this in the other one, but that's okay. I'm going to put this right there like that. And I'm not going to worry so much about what happens down here. Let's see. So much easier when you can use two hands. Okay, she left. So that's a good thing. Oh, you hear her? She sounds like a baby when she's crying. And I went against the grain. That's also a no-no. So this video really is about showing you what not to do. I want you to know what not to do. Not so much how to do it, but how not to do it. Because I seem to be doing a whole lot of that today. What not to do. Okay, so we'll get that. So let's come down here. I want to go through some of my embossing folders and see if I can find any florals. I don't know that I have any really, because I think I'd like to have some embossing pages as well. So before I really stitch anything together onto anything, if I'm going to emboss any of the Medieval Mirage pages, I want to do it before I stitch it all together, because then it would be almost impossible to know what the heck you're doing. That doesn't belong there. Take that out. That doesn't belong there. We don't need those tiny, tiny little lines. I don't think we need this. We're going to take that out. I don't know what that is. So there's kind of a break there, or there's two flowers. I think I had a leaf that should have gone there, and I didn't get the leaf. So I might come back in. See this leaf right here? I might come back in. I'm going to wait until this is dried before I do anything, because I've been known to just plop everything right on top of something that's wet, and that doesn't work. So, yeah, take my advice when I tell you that doesn't work. So you do not want to do that. And I am going to be packing up my tag for Oak House. Is it Oak House Journals? I think so, yes, Oak House Journals. Because I'm getting that in the mail, my tag swap. I'm getting that in the mail tomorrow. And went out and bought some stuff to go with it while I was at Hobby Lobby. So some stuff for her just to have fun with. If you are interested in being a part of a monthly tag swap that I think starts in February of 23, go to Oak House Journals. I will try to remember, and I will put the link, the Facebook group, and you can join in on the fun. She's been doing it. It's Carol. She's been doing it for a couple years. And I joined in on the Christmas one, and I thought, I'm going to do this because I just think it'd be fun. I mean, I can do a tag a month for sure. So she's going to be going to Australia on vacation. She's so excited. So there'll be nothing in January. It won't be until February. So there's plenty of time if you want to join in. I will try to remember to post that link. And if I don't and you're interested, just shoot me a reminder in the comments, and I will look it up and post the link in the comments. So we've done that, and it's been 30 minutes, guys. We've really done nothing, and I don't want to keep you because I'm not real sure yet what all I'm doing. So thanks for hanging out, and we got this done. And I am thinking I might now do some stamping. I'm not positive because Jarf is really good at putting a lot of script. I had ordered these vintage looking. They are new, and white and kind of creamy dictionary pages from Amazon. And I'm thinking, what exactly are they called? Because I don't even have a link to give you. But I think if you just go into Amazon and just search dictionary pages for junk journaling, and I'm positive they'll come up. But let's see. I mean, this is pretty cool. So a couple of these in there might look neat. So we might be using some of this too. I kind of like this. But if you want to hang out for a few more minutes, I think what I'm going to do now is just take some of the envelopes that I did here, and that I embossed. These, I think it was 3. Yes. And I'm going to distress them. So that's what I am going to do. So I would have done this if I turned the camera off. And then maybe, let me think while I'm doing this. Let me think about what I want to do with that. Maybe I'll get the gold. If I've not buried the gold wax so deep on my desk in all this Christmas stuff that I can't find it. Let me see. If I can find it, I think this is the wax. Is this wax or is this paint? This might be paint. Is this the wax? Here's the wax. Okay. Let's put some of this wax on here and let's see what we get. So let me just really quickly do this side. And I've already put the little cards in the envelopes that come in Jarf's kits. Her kits are just packed. I mean, I've not even used, when you look at the papers that I've used, I've not used all the papers. I probably have a good 10, 12 sheets left, plus ephemera. I mean, that's one thing about Jarf, is her kits. She's got her kits and she's got the add-ons, and there's just so much there to play with. You can't go wrong. And I'm gonna have to stop and think, do we want to wax any of this? I don't know if I want to wax this or not, but I've got 2 cards, 2 tags inside of here that I'll distress, but I'll distress that off camera because I know you're like, Charlotte, let's wax. Let me just do this real quick. And I think I might put wax seals on these as well. I mean, it is medieval times. That is what they would have done. And chances are they would never have an envelope like this, but let's see. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is I mess this up and I just have to print a new one. So gold and Maker Studio embellishing wax. Smells just like shoe polish. Just so you know. Let's put this on here. Let's see what happens. It comes off. It's just as smooth. Can you see that? It's just as smooth as can be. Let's see what happens if I go over the texture paste with the embellishing wax. So let me do this. I'll do this one flower and then hold it up. And then I'm wondering if I had distressed over this and have done it and did it. I think I might do that. Oh my gosh, guys, can you see that? Oh my gosh, guys, you can see where I went off the flower, but it doesn't matter. Look at that. You can see where I went off, but not an issue. I don't even remember where I got this wax. I think I got it off of Amazon. Look at that. Oh my gosh, guys, that's beautiful. I'm wondering if I took, this is the stinky wax right here, Gilder's paste wax. Let me see. I can't get this open. Okay, I'm gonna have to pry that open, but let me see if I took, that's beautiful. Let me see, which one is this one? This is a bigger one. Let me see if I did this. It would make any difference at all. This is vintage photo. Let's put the wax on top of this vintage photo. See what happens. I could just wax everything, I tell you. If I'm not using a votive candle in an iron, I could easily just paste wax everything. Just add something. I can't wait to hold it up in the light. See what this looks like. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That is really, really, really pretty. This is the difference between this one that was not, I used no vintage photo on, so pretty, and this one where I used vintage photo. I really want to get into this. My hands are sliding. I can't get it open. There we go. All right. I wonder, I think it's because I've made this more vintage, I think I'm going to go this way. Let's see. It's pretty dry, but it still works. It gives a really rusty look to it. So let's just do a little bit and see what we get. Yeah, way more vintage looking. And I think I probably would use this and then put the gold on top of it. Just, you don't want to lose the gold sheen. So this gives you a rust look. Pretty cool. I like that too. Hard to get it on the flower and not on the paper. But I want to dip my finger back in the gold and go over this and just see. I put a lot more on. Yeah, I think I would use the other first, and then I would go over it with this. I'm going to go ahead and distress the edges of this, and then I think I might go over this whole thing with the gold, with the wax here, and see how that looks. I think all distressed and then the whole thing being waxed would be really cool. This one I'm going to leave because I like the look of that. I think that is really, really pretty. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you in the next medieval Mirage video. Hugs, guys. Bye.